Now, as we go through this information, you're probably going to have a lot of the same questions that I have. And of course, because this is unfolding now, there are going to be things that we don't have answers to yet, but hopefully we'll have them soon, maybe by the live tonight, because we will be discussing this. So this family, which consisted of the father, Tony, the mother, Megan, and then their children, Alec, Tyler, Zoe, and their dog, Breezy, who I believe is like a Shih Tzu, it looks like from the photos, was not heard from since January 6th. And what that was, the January 6th was a text from Tony, okay? They owned I believe it was 2 different offices, physical therapy offices in Connecticut, and one of them was in Colchester. And these physical therapy offices had a sign on them that said they would be closed until after the 1st of the year. They moved to Celebration, Florida. It's unclear whether they were going to transition, you know, someone else was taking over the offices, or what was going on. It was hard to figure out with the information we have so far. But Tony's license expired in September, and Megan's license was expiring soon as well. Tony did not renew his license. Now, there was an eviction notice served for their Florida residence, and that was at the end of December. So trying to piece together things in here as we go along, as more information is uncovered. And of course, like I said, tonight we'll discuss it. If you have other information then, or same questions, you know, come and we'll try to hash it out. You know how we do it here, right? So there were tragic developments today, right? And so we learned about this family. They lived in an area called Celebration. Let's look at this Celebration. I did not know this town existed. When I talked to my daughter about it, she was like, oh, one of her good friends grew up there. And I'm like, how did she like it? Was it the happiest place on earth? And she's like, well, she's living in Washington State now and her whole family's moved out of there. So I don't know. I said, maybe I'd like to have her call in one night and tell us a little bit about it firsthand, right? But I'll tell you what Celebration is described as, okay? It's a neighborhood near Disney World, okay? And it was constructed to be an alternative life in a world that was struggling to maintain family values. If you wanted to embrace fantasy world, you wanted to live in Celebration. A site for this town said that the town was a cross between the set of the original Stepford Wives movie or the Truman Show. And a little more on that town, I'll tell you. The median single family home price in 2018 was $780,000. The median condo townhome price in 2018 was $260,000. Property taxes based on average single family home price, $9,800. And the proximity to the theme parks to Disney, they were 6 minutes and they were 20 minutes from Universal. A little bit about this other promotional site for this development. It says no other suburb of Orlando elicits stronger reactions than Celebration. Celebration was built on the principles of a modern community with traditional styling and clearly delivers. The streets are spotless, the homes are beautiful, and the attention to detail is astounding. Kind of sounds like a movie, right? That doesn't end well, right? The city itself exudes uniformity, much in the same fashion as Disney itself, which isn't surprising, seeing as this is one of 2 communities in Orlando conceived and created by Disney. The other is Golden Oak. While not directly on Disney property, Celebration is only a few miles away. In fact, World Drive connects from Celebration to Disney property without ever traveling by the way of a highway. Okay, so January 13th, today, 2020, the Osceola County Sheriff's Department posted that OCSO deputies are conducting a death investigation in the North Village area at Celebration. Authorities reassured residents by saying that this is an isolated incident and all parties involved with this death investigation are accounted for. Court records show the complaint for eviction was filed against the couple on December 22nd, 2019, regarding that Celebration home. The case remained open. A summons was sent on December 26th. About 9:30 a.m., Tony Anthony Todt was seen being ordered out by deputies with guns drawn and was taken away in handcuffs. Now, here's where it gets a little fuzzy for me, because the timeline of when the family went missing and who found, when it was reported, was the house searched? Because there's a report of a neighbor, which I'll get to, saying that the family was packed up and was leaving the, house, and they hadn't been seen where Megan would normally be seen, walking the dog, and the kids would be playing outside. So it's, to me, sounding more like that they did leave and then they came back and maybe this happened, or I'm not sure at this point what's going on here. And so let's take a look into this a little more. Okay, so let's go into this a little more and try to find out some more facts right here, okay? So it says, concerned family members created a Facebook page for the missing Todts called Looking for the Todt Family. They say that they last heard from the Todt family on January 6, 2020 via text from Tony. Family post indicated that the couple was from Colchester, Connecticut, but was spending time in Celebration, Florida. Tony's full name is Anthony Todt. And we went through the other members of the family, wife Megan, and the children Alec, Tyler, Zoe, and their dog Breezy. Now, today, like I just said, there was a death investigation and someone was ordered out of the house, a man, and arrested. A woman who is an administrator on the family page did confirm that she was sorry to report that 4 bodies had been found, not identified, in Celebration, and that Tony was at the hospital. She also said there were no further details and that she will update when there's more known, and please pray for the family. Okay, I paraphrased, but that's as the authorities had not confirmed that information. Now, neighbors in Celebration say that they had called police after not seeing the family's children for several days. Okay, a little more about the couple. On LinkedIn, Tony Todt said he was the owner of Family Physical Therapy in Colchester and East Hampton, Connecticut for more than 11 years. I did go check out the Facebook page, and he has a lot of very good reviews. There are also people that I've seen shocked on Twitter feeds saying that, family members of theirs have been seeing him, like I believe it was twice a week for years now, and they would never suspect anything like this. He had no other listed employment on his LinkedIn, and he wrote that he had an MS PT in physical therapy from Sacred Heart University. He is also affiliated with an LLC called Performance Edge Sports, However, his state license expired in September, and his wife Megan's was about to expire too. Now on the Facebook page, the description of the practice says, at Family PT in Connecticut, we use patient-centered approaches to focus on the whole individual together as a family. Our experienced clinicians will help you set and reach your goals, from inspiring daily tasks to training athletes. No matter the cause, we will create a plan that will ensure your success each time you walk through our door. His wife Megan had an MSPT RYT, received her master's degree in physical therapy from Sacred Heart University in 2001, which included rotations in pediatrics, acute care, outpatient PT, and skilled nursing facilities. She has extensive knowledge in pediatric physical therapy throughout the country, being licensed in Connecticut, California, and Florida. After receiving her master's degree, Megan pursued her 200-hour certification as a yoga instructor and is also licensed as a rehabilitative yoga instructor. Megan possesses extensive knowledge in pediatric therapy and has integrated yoga into her overall therapy practice in her free time. She enjoys spending time with her family, being a mom, hiking, reading, and traveling. And Tony's biography says that Anthony J. Todt, MSPT, CSCS, SAQ, received his master's degree in physical therapy in 1999 from Sacred Heart University, which included rotations and internships in home care, outpatient physical therapy, wound management, acute post-surgical therapy, and inpatient rehabilitation. Anthony is licensed in California, Florida, and Connecticut, and has had the fortune to further his physical therapy experience throughout the country and his involvement in rehabilitating professional athletes, progressive surgical procedures, and continues to improve his knowledge through continuing education in the same. After receiving his master's degree, Anthony became a national certified sports and conditioning specialist and a NESTA speed, agility, and quickness coach. Okay. It also continued that before family physical therapy, he also worked at Gaylord Rehabilitation Outpatient Facility, where he gained extensive knowledge in aquatic therapy and spinal cord injury rehabilitation. He treats using knowledge in integrative manual therapy, craniosacral therapy, trigger point release, muscle energy techniques, Mulligan and McKenzie techniques, specialized therapeutic exercise, and Maitland manual therapy techniques. Anthony especially enjoys working with knee injuries, especially those of athletes. In his free time, he enjoys spending time with family, coaching in the community, watching his clients' athletic competitions, and being the fourth kid in his family of 2 sons and 1 daughter. Okay, so let's go on. Okay, so more details now. The children were homeschooled. The family has been posting repeatedly on that Facebook page, which was devoted to the missing family and finding them, hopefully all alive and well, which unfortunately was not the case here. The news tweeted out that the bodies were found in the home. Again, like I said, you would think that would be the first place that was checked, so I don't know whether they recently just returned for that or I don't know. We have to wait. The other thing that was interesting was that they say the last they heard from them was January 6th, but it was via text from Tony, right? So they were found today, which is 7 days after that, and that's what I'm meaning. Where were they? Were they somewhere else? Were they brought to the house, back to the, I don't know. There's got to be a lot that's going to unfold in this. And now, one woman wrote on this page that her husband saw them on December 15th and said that they were neighbors of theirs and that their kids play with them. She said that her husband spoke with them often when he was walking their dog, because Megan was often out walking their dog, the family's dog. She said that her kids have not played with them since before Christmas because they haven't seen them outside. And they saw them in their vehicle that was packed on December 15th, and her husband offered to give them beach buckets because he was going to toss them, and he assumed that they were going on vacation because the way their vehicle was packed. Now, let's see what else, other information that could be gleaned from that. Tony, someone wrote that Tony coached kids in soccer along with this person that was writing the post, said that they were coaches together in soccer a couple of seasons ago, and that they recently moved across the street from this family. And this person said, I saw them outside maybe a couple of weeks ago. Love them all. So worried about them. Anything we can do, please let me know. Megan posted a comment on someone's Halloween post on November 1st. And a woman wrote, I'm in shock reading this. Tony and Meg have been dear friends for years. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I know the last few years have been rough for him. The last I saw him was in August, and I was concerned for him. I will share this page and any information. I'm praying for all of you. They mean a lot to me. And another added that December 24th at 11:09 was the last communication they had with Tony, and they are worried sick because he means a lot to me. Even one of the children's teachers, now I'm not understanding this because it's looking like the children were homeschooled, so now we have teachers, and that's what I'm saying, there's a lot of conflicting information, but it could be a music teacher or something like that. Say they weighed in saying that I'm praying for their safe return. I'm Alex's teacher, and we last heard from him via text on December 16th. I last communicated with Megan on December 13th. They're a beautiful family, and we're all praying for them. We last saw and spoke with them in mid-November. We had dinner in their home one night, and another night kept the kids for them to go out. We love this family. We live in the same condo building they own a condo in and near their new home. Please let us know how we can help. Okay, so now it's looking like there was another condo. And that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of information that has to come in and be deciphered through. But of course, that's what we can do more of tonight. Relatives said Tony had been down in Florida when the family vanished. Their Facebook, profiles, I looked at them, were plastered with pictures. Tony had things. I took screenshots in case they took it down, but let me just see what I have here. Things that were said, like he had a photo of him and the kids, and someone said, beautiful picture. Is that, professional? Is that a professional photo? And he said, Megan took it. She's very talented. He also had made a post with a flyer for someone in the community that needed help. It looked like it was maybe a single mom, and he was, saying, let's help this person. So, I don't know. And then pictures of the kids, he would add a lot of details to them. Really very proud of his kids. So this is quite a shock, I'm sure, to many people that know them. And let me just, see if there's anything else that is really coming in right now. It's, like I said, I even had someone down near there say there's very little information that even she can find. And I don't know about the whereabouts of the dog, if the dog was found deceased too, if the dog was never found, if the dog, I don't know. I don't know about the dog. Just that the dog is missing. And I imagine, so that's why I'm thinking, just thinking aloud here, that would have been the first place people would have checked. So I don't know whether he had carried them around in the car like a couple of other guys we know and then brought them back into the house. I don't know. It's very strange. But I'm sure we're going to be getting updates and see what's happening. I'm just looking right now at his Facebook page. And I think what happened here, you can't leave a comment. I don't know whether he did that or the police did that, but you're unable to comment. I was wondering why there were no comments. I think earlier you were able to leave a comment, so it may have been shut down by the police. Maybe because it was maybe because people were writing things that were hindering the investigation. Not sure, but there's you know, all kinds of pictures here. There's ones with, you know, I love us there, and he tags her in that. Again, yes, we know fake book and all of that, but just trying to glean anything from here. But we will talk about this, yeah, that, you know, and I hope to see you just in about, oh, probably within the next, you know, within an hour. So just so you have this to go over and you can gather up anything you have and we can discuss. I'll see you then. Thanks for listening and have a good one. Stay safe, guys.